welcome back to the Spider's Web. And in this video we're going to be painting the Banshee. We're leaving the 6 zombie models we've painted, or we started painting the earlier previous 2 videos, to one side to dry, as you can see them up here. But we're going to be painting the Banshee. Now we're going to be sticking with the colour scheme that is used in the official photographs of these, which is a very pale blue. And how we're going to paint this is very similar to the way we painted these. We're going to be using, however, a glaze, Guilliman blue. And that's all we're going to do for this. It's a very, very simple model to do. Because when you're painting, what you will find is that when it comes to blue, it is an ideal shadow colour for white. It's also an ideal highlight colour for black. So if all else fails, use a blue to do shadow colours for white, and a very pale blue to do highlight colours for black, or mid to pale blue. And you'll notice that there is only one camera in operation for this video. That's because I don't need two. We're not going over to the palette for this. We're just going straight from the pots, straight on the model. And that is it. Once this is covered, it's finished. The paint will pull back from the raised areas. It will gather in the recessed areas. And it will give highlights and shadow in one pass. Here we go. This is probably the quickest painting tutorial video that I've ever done. And obviously you can use this with whatever colour you want to do. It just so happens that I've got some a blue glaze, so I'm doing it in blue. I don't have any other glazes. If you wanted to use a wash, you could do. But I think a wash is too strong a colour for this. A glaze is a very, very weakened wash. So if you're going to use a wash for it, then what you're better doing is a little bit of water into it, just to what's the word I'm looking for? Just to water it down a touch. You don't need too much. There we are. If you think that some areas of this are darker than you want them to be, you could always dry brush over in white. But as I said, make sure it doesn't build up too much as you go on. But there we have the finished Banshee, painted, and when we come back, it will be dried and we can have a proper look at that. But as it stands, that looks almost right, almost done. The only thing I need to do with it is paint the base, and that's it. But it's up to you how you feel if you do it this way. If you want to dry brush over in white, you can do that, that's not a problem. In fact, while we're doing that, tell you what, let's do the ghosts as well. where are the ghosts? Here's one, here's another, and here's another. The ghosts, they are not solid beings, they are spiritual entities that are covered in spiritual rags. I'm going to have to I'm going to have to just turt up the thing on that, but that one looks all done. I just need to just spray a little bit here with the primer, as I've missed a bit for some strange reason. Let's do that, and for that we're going to use a slightly different colour. For that we're going to use a wash or a shade, which is quite good, a shade for a ghost. We're going to use Null Oil. Now we're going to go a lot deeper dark than this, than the previous time we did use this. We want to get this a lot darker, so we're going to be going over this in 2 coats, I think. So it's just while we've got plenty time on the clock, as it were, to get on with it. Now, as far as I'm concerned, there is absolutely no need to fuss about doing the metal areas, because it's non-corporeal. It's I think that's the word I'm looking for. It's not real, it's imagined, it's spiritual, rather than actually a real chain and a real ball. Because let's face it, how do you chain a ghost when they aren't flesh and blood? So that's one ghost done, and we'll do the second and the third. As I said, we're going to have to wait to do until I've covered that bit of the model that I missed. Don't know how I missed that. Oh well. Oops. There we go. Absolutely no fuss, no bother, nothing fancy about it. Just spray it white and whiz over it with a black wash, and you get a rather wonderful effect. And as I say, we can come back to this and give it a second wash if when this is finished, just to make it that little bit darker, because I don't think we're going to be I don't think it's going to be dark enough with the first one. Just keep an eye on it so it doesn't pull too much and flood out the shadows and any details. And that is it. Nothing really much else I don't think we can do here. Oh, one thing we can do, I can show you how I can always highlight this while we're here. So I'll put those to one side to dry. Let's just, a bit of Dawnstone, a little bit on the brush, like so, dink dink dink, and don't want to go too mad with it. I think I've got the the water in the middle of the a touch too bright, a touch too blue, but never mind. I just wanted to make it look as though there was water in it, whether or not it's drinkable. I suppose it will say in any of the missions that this particular model features in. There we go. So it's just a case of black round it with some of the this grey. We don't have to go everywhere with it. When you're doing the sides, obviously make sure that the strokes are just going straight down. You don't want them going up, because you want the top of the stones to get the effect, because you're trying to make this look as though light is hitting it and not light from above that's hitting it and not light from below. There we go. So that's the dawnstone bit done, and you can still see the colours behind it as well, so that makes it all the more nicer. It's not just all plain greys and blacks. You can see, still see some purples in there and a little bit of green here and there. And now with the Administratum grey, we're going to be going in with that and doing a lighter dry brush. Like so, all around the top. There we are. And that's that done. I think we might even add a little spot of white on the top areas as well. I wasn't going to, but why the heck not? It's not going to hurt. Just a little bit here and there. That's it. Nothing too overboard, just a delicate touch, as you can see. And what I will do as well with that, in fact, what I might do, just out of sheer devilment, Agrex Earthshade. I'll bang some of that on the water below to make it look as though it's a little bit muddy. A little bit darker. Than you think it would be. There we are. That's that. And what I will be doing is, when I've give it a coat of the matte varnish, I'll go in the middle there onto the water and give it a coat of hard coat, and that will make it look a little bit shiny and wet and bring it all together. But that's it for this video. Surprised as it may seem, very short and sweet, like a roasted maggot, this one. It's just a quick one to show you some very quick techniques for getting really nice effects. As you said, we've seen there's the phone. I'm going to have to go. So until next time, as always, take care, God bless, and bye for now.